The mother's perspective is much harder to parse. In fact, it's the hardest one to understand of the whole story, and it is the one that changes the most between the first and the seventh editions. So here I've consistently been calling her the mother, but exactly what her relationship is to these children has changed between editions. In the first edition, she is simply called their mother. In the middle editions, she is predominantly called the stepmother. In the last edition, she is called the stepmother once, the mother twice, and vaguely as the woman 12 times. I read a lot of speculation about why her relationship with the children was changed throughout these different editions, and as far as I can tell, it is mere speculation. The predominant theory, though, is that the first edition of the book was significantly criticized for not being child appropriate, and so there were revisions made, particularly in the middle sections, towards being more child appropriate, and then the final edition might have taken another step back towards being a scholarly endeavor. Because initially, the Grimm fairy tales were supposed to be a fairly scholarly endeavor to collect folk tales as they were originally told without embellishment or improvement. But at least for the story of Hansel and Gretel, I think it is substantially improved in the seventh version. There are things that went unexplained in the first edition that make narrative sense in the seventh. So I struggle to say which is the most authentic version, and that's why I kind of gave a hybridization. This woman very clearly resents the existence of her children, regardless of whether she is a biological mother or a stepmother. If she is a biological mother, this could be a warning about postpartum depression, which can often be embodied through aggression or disinterest in your children. If she's a stepmother, then she's more of a warning for fathers to avoid marrying someone who will sabotage their relationship with the children. I like that reading a little bit less because it makes the stepmother more of a narrative device than a character in her own right. We're then not really supposed to see ourselves in her, which I think is less interesting. Overall, there are some misogynist readings you can make about the nature of evil originating in women. I would be resistant to that kind of reading, principally because these stories were told predominantly by women, but it's certainly possible that a more misogynist reading is the point of the story.